Good morning, students. Our today's topic is physical change and chemical change. Okay, every day you might be observing different changes around you. Are you observing? If you are not observing, then you can start observing. So the first word that comes in your mind, what is this change ma'am is talking about? So change, as you know, is a process through which something becomes different. Whatever something is, it becomes a different. So up to now we have studied matter, something that occupies space and has mass is matter. So this matter, it undergoes basically two kinds of changes. So it changes into something else through two different changes. So what are these two different changes? The first is physical change and the second is chemical change. So through this lecture we are going to study both the changes. Let us start. First is physical change. So the first is this physical change. What is this physical change? So let me explain you this by giving an example of your everyday life. In your everyday life, you might be observing water. As the water you keep in the freezer, that water becomes the ice. And if ice you take it out from the freezer and keep it in the normal room temperature, after some time it melts to get back to become water again, right? So have you observed this change from water to ice to water? What is such a kind of change? This is called physical change. Physical change, why it is called physical change? Because the physical character is only changed, nothing else is there. No more alteration is there, only the physical character is changed. Water, that is H2O, ice is also H2O. No composition change is there in that, and it takes place on its own, and that change is reversible also. So such a kind of change is called physical change, right? Water on cooling becomes ice, that is also H2O. No chemical composition change is there, no atomic bonding change is there, only the state has changed. Water which was in liquid state, ice in is solid state. That ice, if I don't want that ice, I want water again, back I want water from that particular ice only, I want it back. Then what I will do? I will heat that ice. On heating that ice, I will get again that water only, that is H2O only, right? So from this comes a new word, reversible, right? So the physical changes, they are reversible in nature. Now comes the chemical change. Chemical change, here I have shown by one example, hydrogen plus oxygen. Hydrogen, when reacts with oxygen, it forms water. So hydrogen is a gas, oxygen is also a gas. On reacting it forms water, that is in the vapor state, but it forms a new product. Hydrogen is a different thing, oxygen is a different thing. Both of them combine, both of them they react to form something else. Such a change is called chemical change, right? So here this process, as you can see, after getting water, can we get back oxygen and hydrogen instantly without any without any different process? No. Yes, we can get it back, but not by a simple process. We can get back it easily. For that, a complex process it is required. So such a change is called chemical change. Some of these changes are only there in chemical changes, in which from after getting the new different thing by some complex process, you can get back the old thing. But almost all the process of the chemical changes are like we can't get back whatever we had. Like I can give you one more example, like digestion of food is there, right? So in digestion of food, once the food is digested, energy is released. That energy we have used, from that energy can we get back water again the food? Is it possible? No. How it is possible? Once the food is digested, energy is released, we can't get back the food again from that particular energy, right? So such a change is called chemical change. Once the new product is formed, then we can't get back the reactant. So here are some points of the physical and the chemical change. Let us see that. As I have told you, the physical change is always a reversible change, while chemical change is never a reversible change, right? Two reactants, two different things, they combine to form a new thing that we call it as a product, and from that product again we can't get back the two reactant. So such a change is irreversible change, you can say. Next is physical change. It is a temporary change. For temporary basis it is for somewhat time, again we can get back the particular thing, so we tell it as temporary change, while the chemical change, it is a permanent change. The physical change, it is a simple change of the state only, while the composition never changes. You can take any other example also. For example, boiling of water is there. Water on boiling, it changes into vapor. What is vapor? Vapor is H2O only. Water is also H2O. So no composition changes there, right? While in the chemical change, always a composition changes there, right? Next is examples. I have been telling you, melting of wax is there, boiling of water is there, dissolving of the sugar in water. Now how this is a physical change? Dissolving of sugar in water. After dissolving of sugar in water, I can make a sugar solution. So now from this sugar solution, I want sugar and water back. I want it back. Now I don't want to dissolve. After dissolving, after making the solution, what I will do? I'll simply heat that solution. On simply heating, water will be converted into water vapor. That vapor on cooling, I will get back the water also, and I will get back the sugar also, right? So such a change is called physical change. While you can say digestion of food is there, bleaching is there, bleaching of the stain. Once the stain is bleached, again you can't get back it again from that bleaching only, right? Rusting is there. Once the iron is rusted, you can't get back the iron again, right? Then next is the physical change. No new substance is formed. The substance which was there, that will be only there, only physical character will be changed. While in the chemical change, new substance are formed. In physical change, the physical properties like shape is there, either shape will change or size will change or volume will change. Any molecular composition change won't be there. While in chemical character, physical change, physical property change may be there or may not be there, but the chemical composition, molecular composition change will be there. That is must. It will be there. In physical change, no energy will be generated, right? While in chemical change, the energy is either required or energy release is there, right? So this was for today. Thank you.